Welcome to my married life. Howdy doody, folks.
Hello.
All right.
Yes.
Welcome to the second cheap
Versus steep.
versus steep. Yeah, we did that pretty cool. The first one we basically did chocolate brownies, and you guys absolutely loved it. We just did it as a experiment video, really.
Yeah.
And people are like, I'd love to see more of this. We did tease the idea of that, so here is number 2. Massive thank you to everyone on Patreon that decided which one we were going to go for today. We said lasagna would be a good one, but a lot of people were saying in lasagna you get like the cheap meat.
Yeah.
And then the other expensive meat might blend in, and they'd rather that we did something more obvious in the meat world first of all, like a burger.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So actually, the mac and cheese won the poll. Mrs. B makes a phenomenal mac and cheese.
Ah, thank you.
And if you just cheap versus steep there, and come back. Sorry.
Okay.
So in one bag we have got the German supermarket. I even bought the expensive bag because I don't ever really shop in that particular German one. Normally it's the other one, which is a little bit closer, if you know what I'm saying. But I ended up having to get a frozen bag, so to replicate that I did the equivalent of that sort of bag for life in Waitrose, which was substantially more. This was £4 for that bag.
£4?
Yeah, and this bag was £1.49. Actually, that's still a lot. I thought it was 40p. They saw me come in. Yeah, this bag.
Hang on. It says 10p. Did you scan the right GD?
Ah, she started to scan. I said, "Can I have a bag for life, please?" And she picked up a plastic bag, and I said, "That's not a bag for life." She said, "Yes, it is a bag for life." I was like, "Sorry." I said, "I need something a bit more substantial to match like one of those sort of carrier ones." And she pointed over there, but she must have scanned the bag.
You got a bargain then.
Yeah. So the actual difference, this is 3 times the cost of this one. We've got some extremely cool ingredients in there, and obviously your basic ones here. This is just basically, the rules are, it is the same recipe one-on-one. So if you had to go out and buy all the ingredients for the recipe, so even for the flour, I bought a bag of flour for each one, this is what you would buy. So it's 3 times the cost. But there is a substantial difference in some of the ingredients, as we saw in the brownies, right?
Yeah.
That was bonkers.
This bag smells nice.
We aren't actually making macaroni.
What?
They didn't have macaroni in the German supermarket. She was like, we sometimes have it. It's like, what's the closest thing? So I said, just pasta in a tube, like penny pasta. So we've got that.
That's how I normally make the mac and cheese.
Oh, right. Okay, I just wanted to lay these out as a comparison. So volume-wise, it is pretty much the same thing. The only thing that we need to split is the mustard powder. I could not find a basic mustard powder in either of the supermarkets. So I was looking for a brown one like this, but I was thinking, maybe they have a cheap one, but they didn't. So This is where it's going to get split down the middle, all right?
All right.
The first thing here, we've got a bit of an extreme difference, right?
Yep, we do. So we've got the everyday essential bread.
Yeah.
What was it, 50p?
That loaf,
40p?
40p for that loaf of bread.
40p.
That whole loaf of bread.
And then...
And against a rye and wheat dark sourdough,
That sounds nice.
which was £2.50. Let that sink in. Now the butter butter's always generally not the cheapest anyway, at £1.49, this is the stuff I tend to use for videos anyway. It's butter, it gets you by. This is Lescure Beurre Chance Poitou, application d'origine protégée beurre. I think that is French for butter. How much was that?
Was it like £2 something?
£2.60.
£2.60.
£2.60 for this, alright?
That better be gold.
We don't need that much of it either.
No.
There's not much difference at all in the initial scent, but who knows what it could add to the
But
recipe.
surely butter's butter. I don't know how it can be more.
Yeah, but it's all like how the
expensive.
cows and that are fed and all that, and then they're looked after and they're stroked and all that, yeah. Now one thing, this sourdough bread, like we need about 50 grams, which is typically like a slice normally.
Yeah.
Feel the weight of that.
Is it heavy?
This is 2 slices, but it just feels so dense.
What do you mean, heavy?
Like, yeah, hold.
Sorry.
So just to show you, we are both, and then I'm trying to do it one-handed, slicing up the bread into just sort of like rough, fairly large crouton chunks really. We're doubling up the bread just in case, so we're just slicing a disc off of this butter. Look at that.
Nice.
Ah, what have you got? You got discs?
I've
Oh, you
got
got
mine in
cubes.
chunks to make it look fancy.
Yes, but look, they look exactly the same. This is why we need a cameraman for videos like this. Some of the people on the brownie video were like, do you think it was different because of the shelf on the oven? They were so close together that if you look back at that video, the consistency of that chocolate batter was so different. It was like cake batter and mud. It was
really
so weird.
different.
Yeah. You're doing that so daintily. If that was me, I would have poured it all over the worktop by now. Good work. Nice.
Yeah, this one's melted a lot quicker.
It's melted a lot quicker.
Oh, look, it's
That's what you pay for. Oh, is there a difference?
I think
That one
there
looks a bit more
is.
neon, doesn't it?
This one's got like a lot. Oh, do I use the same spoon?
No.
I'll wash it.
That's like KFC or whatever it was, or Burger King doing a vegan burger and cooking it in the same fat as the chicken or
But it's
whatever.
not suitable for vegans.
Yeah.
Look, it does look different in colour.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's brighter.
Now that it's melted, the cheaper one looks brighter, you're saying?
Oh, they smell different.
Do they? Oh, there's more of a smell to the more
This
expensive one.
smells more
Like creamy?
buttery.
There is a difference in the quality, I'm almost positive. But the actual packs aren't really saying what they are. This one's just like, no, I'm wrapped in gold, I'm more expensive. Take me for who I am. So what we're going to do is, this is the rye bread, the expensive roughly chopped one, and you've got your budget one there. Very nice. This is the more expensive butter that we just...
Wasn't.
Yes, it was. That was amazing acting. You freaked me out then. Okay, we're just kind of like making croutons, I guess. But you can see already there's the difference in the bread which is standing out. It's quite fun though, isn't it? Got shiny hands now. All right.
Seasoning with regular pepper.
Yep.
On both.
Both of them. So yeah, there's no cheap or expensive pepper. Although there are. We're just going to go with that, yeah? I didn't want to go that level. Right, so that's going in the oven for around about 8 minutes just to crisp up and make sort of like crouton-y things.
Okay.
Whilst that's happening,
Yes.
we need to work on our pasta.
Yeah.
That isn't macaroni. I think it'll still work though, it's fine.
course it will.
It's a tubey pasta.
Pasta, cheesy pasta.
Yes. The bread is nearly done, we'll take that out in a moment. It's
Yeah.
pasta time.
Yes.
Penny pasta then.
Yeah.
£3 difference between the same weight of pasta.
How does any of that translate to penny? I thought penny pasta was just penny pasta. Why is
Well,
it
it's
giving
just
it
the shape, that's the shape, isn't it? That's what they call it.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's
penny,
expect. Well,
not this
oh,
name.
yeah, but I think that's the brand. It says Penny at the top. Penny Regatta.
Oh,
You see?
I see that now.
It's fine. Welcome to my married life. It's like that with everything.
What did you just say?
Don't worry. We're just going to cook it to package instructions, couple of minutes off the top. Interesting, the
Yeah.
cheaper one, the cooking instructions, although it's fatter, is actually 2 minutes less. Yeah, it's a wider.
Oh, I thought you meant the fat as in the.
I haven't gone that far down with it. It's just pasta, isn't it?
It's pasta.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I think it's, that one just might be made with gold dust or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, not the wrestler. Okay, for those of you that know that. Get it?
No.
Goat's cheese and honey. It's like a band.
The posh.
Look at that.
Posh bag.
Yeah, was it £4?
This is where you go in Aldi or other German supermarkets, but you take your Waitrose bag
Oh, yeah, just
to
to-
make yourself feel better.
So in goes the cheap pasta.
Yeah.
We nearly used the whole bag, so about 30p's worth of pasta about to cook away. And here is the expensive equivalent. Hello.
Hello.
Amongst the steam, we were just about to drain these both off. They've had about
Yeah.
2 minutes off the cooking time. We thought we'd go even, didn't we?
We did.
In between the two. But look, this is the more expensive one. Look how much more murky that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we'll drain these off.
Yeah.
And we've got two baking dishes. We haven't got the same one, but they're a similar size. And we thought that we'd go for the expensive one in the clear one because clearly it should taste better. There we go. Cheap pasta going in.
Cheap pasta's in.
You can tell it is because it was slightly thicker, wasn't it? There we go. Just let that do its thing. Oh, does it look more expensive?
don't know.
The pasta is cooling down, so we can start to focus on the sauce. We'll probably just show one method and then just show you the more expensive version of it side by side as well, so we can concentrate on getting it right. One of the first things that happens is garlic, right?
Yes.
So
No, I always leave this step out when I make it.
Yes, you do. And I'm like, no, garlic, just a teeny weeny, just adds that bit. But why?
I don't like it because it makes you smelly.
Brilliant. You couldn't buy bulbs individually at the German supermarket, so I got a pack there of 4,
Yeah.
62p.
Bargain.
Not bad.
No.
Then I'm wandering into the more expensive supermarket and I discover this.
I've never seen anything. When you were describing it to me, I thought you were going to come out with one of those long things with all garlic stuck on it, like you see.
I feel like I don't know, I want to be like a carnival. Ole, ole. This is a grap of garlic.
So is that how it grows?
I think it must be, yeah, because it's all attached still. I've never seen that before. So I'm like, whoa, I'll get this because it looks amazing and we can do this. Why the hell did we do that? There is you making these weird noises. Do you hate garlic that much? You're like going,
Do you know what it reminds me of?
what does garlic remind you of? I don't know.
So, when I was little,
Oh, is it a long story? People are going to love this. I just want to see mac and cheese. I don't want your long story.
one of my grandparents, I'd go down there, they used to roast pigeons and they do something with garlic for their pigeons.
They used to roast pigeons?
Roast.
Yeah, I know that. I thought somebody said roast.
They used to do something with garlic for them. And I don't know why, it just reminds me of that.
The garlic reminds you of pigeons?
Yeah.
The cloves on these should be massive. They look it.
They do, don't they?
Look at that clove. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Oh, actually, no. Colour's quite similar as well, because you do want that sort of pinky colour on there a little bit. Both of them are going to be minced up by the Barry Lewis garlic rocker, although we'll have to wash it in between, because we don't want to mince our garlics together, do we? You don't care, do you?
Ooh, that's like growing out of there.
Hello, it's Barry. Hope you're well and enjoying this video. This is just a quick reminder to let you know I'm currently running a crowdfunding campaign to support the next range of gadgets, and I'm shipping them worldwide and even signing some of them. So if you haven't checked it out, check the link in the video, or there should be a card in the video too. Enjoy the rest of this video and stay stonking. There is actually more there, isn't there?
There's a lot more there.
So this is the expensive column in a way. So that, obviously the other thing we didn't talk about with the mustard powder, the whole thing, they didn't put the bag on the receipt. The mustard powder went on the more expensive shop as well, which was £1.40. So that should be on the other one too. So it's slightly more expensive than we're actually saying. We've got organic milk, the butter's back. We've got some really super fine, weak, rounded, plain flour, amazing stuff that still looks like flour. And the alternative to that, basic plain flour, the butter, the same mustard powder, and your standard whole milk. There actually was only 15p difference between the milk and the organic milk.
Oh.
So there you go.
Okay.
I was expecting it to be like about £400 milked from the udder of a sheep or something. I don't know.
That'd be sheep's milk.
Well, it would, but can you milk a sheep?
You can get.
Can you milk a sheep? Oh, they do!
See, I told you I was not stupid. You make me doubt myself.
Well, no, it makes sense in a weird way, but...
See?
See? Yeah, but...
See?
Alright,
Told
tell me
you
some
so.
sheep facts then. Sheep milk is superior and belongs to a class of its own. People who develop intolerances find that sheep milk products are the only dairy products they can safely eat or drink. Typical sheep or ewe can produce an average of half a gallon per day.
We're still talking about sheep's milk.
Yeah, higher in fat solids and stuff, and is often
Oh, sorry.
it's used a lot for cheese, which we'll come on to in a bit anyway. The cheap... I don't want to say the word cheap too much. The budget butter's going in.
Mm-hmm. Budget butter's in.
Yeah. Whilst you're here though, if you did enjoy the video of the brownie, which hopefully you enjoy this one too, do let us know what cheap versus steep you do want to see next. Lasagna will happen. A burger will happen. But I want to see other stuff as well. I love the science of the whole baking thing. Oh.
BLT.
Oh! Alright, in goes the garlic and the mustard powder. Finally, we add in the flour of the thicky stuff like that, and this will help to thicken the sauce in a minute. It's like a cauldron. You do have to keep stirring it because you don't want to burn the bottom of your pan. And as it bubbles away, it should thicken up and create a lovely little sauce. You know, after all of this, Beck, butter tastes nice. When it comes to the cheese, the basic one, we have got just a slab of mature cheddar, and then we've got some Parmesan Reggiano, like in a standard block like that, but I love the fact that it's resealable. Hey? £1.79 for the cheese and £2.49 for the Parmesan Reggiano. 250 grams of mature cheese, the cheap stuff. Now, check this clip out. Wow, cheese heaven, if you like cheese. That was me very quickly filming the cheese counter at the Waitrose supermarket. They had so many. They had a Wookie whole cheddar that's matured in the caves. We've been there, it's only local to us a few times, and they actually mature the cheese in the caves. It's awesome. They had one called a tickler, which looked really cool. But then when I went to the actual deli counter, it was phenomenal. It blew my mind, and I found two cheeses. On the countertop, they had a Parmesan as well, which looks about the same amount as the other one, except the difference is £2.49 for the budget one. This one was £3.31, and I think I've actually got less. got less of this one. Then I spotted this vintage cheese, which is £22.50 a kilo, and I only got 250 grams. So that's what we need, and that's what I've grated up there. But I got 400 grams in that block, so that is a huge difference. £5.85 for 250 grams. But this is actually a slightly smoked one, which is going to be stonking. Off the heat. No. Pushing the cheese in. Oh my gosh. See, right now that cheese like that, not a fan. Once it melts with the residual heat in the pan, I love it. So just whisk it through, start that process. And we need, there's 200 grams in this big old block, and actually only 150 in that more expensive one that I got. I gotta say, this smells incredible. Whisk that through. Boom. So we'll get the other sauce done and see side by side before pouring it on if it looks any different. So can you milk a pigeon?
No, you can't.
You're grating up that
Yes.
smoked cheese. Is it really soft, is it?
Yeah.
Does it smell alright so far?
It smells smoky. Whew.
Is it alright?
It's like barbecue hands.
Boom. Expensive sauce. That looks so smooth, doesn't it?
It does.
Lump free, like
Very
a baby's
good.
bum. In goes this cheese. It doesn't smell as smoky as I thought it would actually. It's a slightly more tanned colour though.
You might like this.
Yeah.
You like barbecue.
I do, yeah. That's why I thought I really pushed like some of the flavour boundaries because it's quite limited with mac and cheese. That was a bit more stubborn to break down, so I had to put it back on the heat again.
It's got a wall.
That is smoky now, isn't it?
That is really smoky.
Oh, I do like that though. Look at it, it's got like warts on it.
Yeah, it's all plasticky.
That's about as much as I added, I think. Yeah, that would
Okay.
be nice. All right, mix this through. And that just disintegrates so quickly in there. Oh, I've got to say, this smells so much richer. Which might not go down well with the kids. Bingo. Let's just bring the cheaper one over. They actually look quite similar in colour, don't they?
You do?
We have to probably warm it up to pour it on the pasta, which is what we're doing
Yeah.
now. But like, I was kind of expecting this to be more, maybe orangey or tangy in colour.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But there we go. Okay, we're going to stick some parsley in the sauce, just a little optional thing as well. Both flat leaf parsley, the budget one 29p for 30 grams, the more expensive one 89p for 25 grams. The budget one comes from Italy and the more expensive one comes from Morocco. And I don't know if you can see there that the actual more expensive one does look a bit more darker and sort of richer in colour. Just trying to show it for comparison. Yeah, this is darker in colour. We've just stuck it in the sauce and they both smell really good, to be fair. Chopped exactly the same way, so as far as I'm concerned, it's just parsley really. Oh, that is richer actually. Steep, cheap. So we'll get the steep one done first with the sauce. Pour this on. Oh yeah, that does smell good. There you are, folks. 30 quid mac and cheese, basically.
And just scatter in the bread on the top, and you've got the cheese.
Yeah, just gonna give it an extra coating. Oh my gosh. And now the cheap, which I've got to say looks fine.
It does.
This smells really good. It's like to random scatter the bread on, like Mary Poppins would. Cheese again. This one smells a lot milder, doesn't it? This block of Parmesan.
It does.
Look at that.
Looks good.
Cheap. Steep. Alright, so they're going in for 20 minutes. We'll probably swap them around halfway through on the shelves for even consistency stuff. And we'll see you then. Oh.
Go.
How long was that? About 25 minutes in total?
Yeah.
We span them round. The smell is sensational. Just got that sort of browned edge on the top, that crispiness of the pasta. What are you thinking? Do you want to have a smell? See any difference?
Cheesy. Very cheesy.
Okay.
Oh. But you can definitely smell.
There's a depth to that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can very
Cheesiness.
minimally smell the cheese in that. It smells cheesy, whereas this is like Cheese Town.
Yeah.
It's like proper. Woo! Okay, let's let this cool down.
Okay.
Have a little taste. That's been on holiday to England. That one Barbados.
Okay.
Should we have a try?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Starting with the cheap first to set the boundary levels. I'm not going to have any of the bread. I'm just going to try the straight up. You've gone straight in? Mm-hmm. It smells mild.
I think it's quite strong.
Really?
Yeah, I can really taste the cheese.
The pasta is thick though. It's got a real good
Yeah.
bite to it, but it's cooked perfectly.
I really like it.
It's all right, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that. That's
No.
good.
Very good.
Steep.
Right.
I just
Okay.
love the way the pasta has caught like that bronze, that sort of browning a bit more from the oven. It does smell richer. Ooh,
That's definitely stronger.
that's stronger, yeah.
I thought that was strong, but this is.
There was slightly
really
more mature
strong.
cheese. There's a lot more depth going on. The pasta, I actually prefer that pasta. I can definitely, because the cheese is so much stronger and richer for both the Parmesan and the cheddar, You get that overriding sense of that. And I mean, obviously that's the main body of it. That's really, I mean, the garlic's not standing out, the herbs or anything like that.
No.
It's really the cheese, isn't it?
That's a good point, actually. You can't taste the garlic
No.
at all. Maybe you would after you've had a whole bowlful.
I mean, it's only like 1 clove though, and like,
Yeah,
that's the
not-
point.
that's
Like,
not
is
gonna
it
make-
worth spending that much? No.
It's not going to make you stinky, is it?
If I could do it now, I'd suddenly turn into a pigeon. Mate, we found out a lot today about pigeons, sheep, bouquets, mac and cheese. What do you think? I mean, from afar like that, the colour contrast is insane.
I know.
Forget about the price point.
Yeah,
Like, which one would you eat?
this one.
The mild, the cheaper
I would
one?
eat a massive bowl of this.
Yes, I think you might be about to. To be honest, yes, me too.
Yeah.
I think the cost of the other one, there's some elements of those ingredients though, like the stronger cheese, like the cheap pasta, I preferred that.
Yeah.
I generally preferred that. So you could mix and match and find what works for you. But to justify like 3.5 times the price, I can't do that. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, I'm the same.
That is very,
Yeah.
they're very, very Moorish.
Yeah.
But if you want that mac and cheese here, I mean, gourmet mac and cheese, really? That was why we wanted to do something like this, something so simple and basic to see if, if doing those ingredients would change it. And it hasn't
I
really.
don't think so. I think
It's not worth it, is it?
It's not. They're very similar
Yeah.
in taste, apart from the stronger cheese. But other than that,
Yeah.
I think go with the cheaper one.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this second cheap versus steep. It's actually interesting because I had cheap taste buds for the brownies. You had expensive ones, didn't you?
I did.
We're about to find out what the kids think, but if you've got any suggestions for future cheap versus steep, do let us know below. Check out the brownies one if you haven't seen us, and that's about it.
Yes.
I think we're going to go eat some mac and cheese.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Someone's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
All right, this one's number 1. This one's number 2.
I can't open that one.
It's cold, just the way you like it. So take it in, just like last time with the brownies. Have a think. You just want to keep eating it? Brilliant. Have we like starved our children?
Yes.
Yeah? You like it? Cool. This is number 2. No, that's the bread, Chloe. You're going straight for the bread. It's going to be hard. It's a crouton. You're going to break the fork. All right.
Yeah, cheese. And cheese is more like, ooh, like Spanish.
Spanish.
What do you think now?
Very. Wow.
Okay, enough mac and cheese eating. Which one did you like best?
The first one.
What do you prefer, 1 or 2?
1.
Why?
Because it's not too strong. It's milder, and I like it because it's subtle and smooth.
Do you know the number 1 costs 1/3 of the price of the other one? That was the really cheap one.
Yeah. I was going to ask to say, how much do you think it cost?
How much would you pay?
It
Do they have no understanding
No,
of currency?
okay.
Well, there we go. I think that we all kind of have cheap taste buds when it comes to mac and cheese.
We do.
All right, save yourself some money. Make bland mac and cheese.